Let me ask you a question. What is the worst thing that can happen to a high school student? No, really, the worst. Imagine it. That wasn't a joke. Please imagine it. Whatever you're thinking about now, what happened to me was far worse. My mom was dropping me off for my first day at my brand new high school. I jumped out of the car, grabbed my brand new bag, and started walking. This is it. My first day. Everyone is watching me. This is the moment I had rehearsed in my head 100 times before. But as I take those first fateful steps, I trip. As I lay on the cold, gray concrete, I feel a gut-wrenching embarrassment. My stomach twists, my cheeks burn red. Every movie about high school humiliation flashes through my mind, and I begin brainstorming ways how I can ask my parents to switch schools. This moment will haunt me till the day I graduate. 5 seconds. That's all it took. That was me, not as long ago as I would like to admit. And I'm here to say, my life didn't end. I still have friends, I think. And nobody remembers that moment. Nobody but me. I had spent so much time worrying about whether people would remember that once I realized that they didn't, I began thinking, what else have I worried about unnecessarily? We fear being forgotten because deep down we associate being remembered with being valued. It is human to seek significance and to worry that if we aren't remembered, did that mean we didn't matter? But here's the thing. Your life isn't measured by how long you're remembered for. It's measured by how fully and courageously you live right now. Almost everyone, you or I know, has a fear of being forgotten. The phrase, "I will be forgotten anyways," is a common sentiment shared by many people. Have you ever felt that you haven't done something significant enough to be remembered for? Because I know I have. But if we take that very same phrase of "I will be forgotten anyways" and flip it on its head, what do we get? I see a phrase that shows that no matter how many times you fail, how many times you embarrass yourself or mess up, everyone will forget it anyway. People don't realize how many times we fail. They only look at the end product. People call this the spotlight effect, the tendency to assume that everyone is overanalyzing all of your mistakes, when in reality, they just don't care. Most people are too busy with their own lives to think about what you're doing. Think about it this way. If we remembered all of those failures of other people, how would we look at our idols? People like J.K. Rowling, whose first 12 manuscripts never got picked up by a single publisher. People like the Wright brothers, whose first plane crashed and burned. People like Thomas Edison, who went so far as to say, "I have not failed. I have merely failed 10,000 ways that don't work." At school, we're taught that failing is the worst thing we can do, the worst result. But I'm here to say that failing isn't a result. Failure is a stepping stone in achieving greatness. All these people, they didn't achieve greatness in spite of their failures, but precisely because of them. Failures are what make us human. Think about it this way. Can you remember your friend's most embarrassing moment? There's two options. Either you can, in which case, voila, or you can't. In which case, I doubt you remember it badly. You cherish the memory. You remember it fondly as that time you had a laugh over that silly mistake, over that misunderstanding. You don't look down on other people because they make mistakes. It's quite the opposite. You appreciate them more. Think about a time when you have connected with someone, when they admitted a fault or realized they were wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. So why would we think that we would look down on people for making them? Every single person has made a mistake in their life. You, me, everyone. And that's normal. That's not a bug of being human. It's a feature. A 2023 study by Harvard Graduate School showed that 58% of young people have little to no purpose in their life. 58%. To put that into context, that's over half of this very institution. This might be because we tend to think that purpose in life is something grand, something philosophical. And as such, we worry when we haven't achieved something significant enough to be remembered. But despite my physique, I'm not going to be the next greatest bodybuilder. I'm not going to found a new country. I'm not going to cure cancer. But I don't need to. Mistakes are what make us human. It's the embarrassment that we're scared of. But what if, just as a thought experiment, you woke up tomorrow and you weren't embarrassed? What would you do? Would you pick up a guitar and learn that song? Would you join that sports club that you know nothing about? The point is, if you dance to your own rhythm, sure, you might stumble, but you'll notice that the world doesn't end. The sun still comes up tomorrow, and the people who've always been your friend will most likely stay your friend. When we stop being afraid of embarrassment, it's as if a dense fog finally lifts and we see all the countless paths that we were just too scared to explore. I want you to imagine your ideal life really vividly. What are the steps it would take to get there? And why haven't you taken them yet? So take that chance. Join that club. Raise your hand in class. Do whatever you feel like doing. Because failure is temporary, but the lessons we learned from it are permanent. And if you do fail, great. One day you can make a TED Talk and pretend you're not embarrassed anymore. If something goes wrong, just remember, they'll forget anyway. Thank you.